33. Samson, the world's strongest man. Years after Gideon's time, the Israelites once again fell into idolatry. To correct them, God allowed the Philistines, with their large army, to rule over them. But one man of Israel, Manoah, and his wife feared God. At that time they did not have any children. One day an angel of God appeared to Manoah's wife and said, "You will have a son. When he grows up, he will deliver the Israelites from the hands of the Philistines." A baby was born, and they named him Samson. He grew up to be a man of extraordinary strength. No one who ever lived on earth compared to him. He would always be strong if he obeyed God and did not drink alcohol and never cut the hair on his head. One day, a large lion roared in front of Samson, but he was not afraid. He grabbed the lion and tore it apart using only his two bare hands. One day, when Samson was in the city of the Philistines, they closed the gate of the great city. They said, "Now we can catch him." But that night, Samson uprooted the two pillars of that great city gate, carried them on his shoulders, and threw them on top of a hill. Sometime after that, Samson fell in love with a Philistine woman, Delilah. The Philistines promised her a lot of money if she discovered the secret of Samson's power. For many days she begged Samson to tell her his secret. Finally, one day, Samson revealed everything to this cunning, devious woman. "If my hair is cut, God will take away my strength," he confided. So, while Samson was asleep, the Philistines cut his hair, and Samson's strength left him. The Philistines then put him in prison and gouged out his eyes. But later, Samson's hair gradually grew back, and the Philistines didn't notice it. One day, the Philistines gathered in their temple for a great party. They brought Samson out of prison to make fun of him. They made him stand between the two main columns of the temple. Samson now understood his sin and folly and his wasted life, and he prayed to God to give him strength one last time. He wants one final opportunity to do something right with his life. Samson asked a little boy attending him to place Samson's hands on the massive columns on either side of him. His awesome strength has now returned. With the mighty power of God flowing through his body, he pushes on the huge pillars with such force that the columns crack and buckle and finally collapse, causing the entire temple to fall on top of the Philistines. More than 3,000 Philistines died. Samson also died in this event, but for 20 years he had reduced the power of the enemies of God's people.